The kid hit the start button. A pile of clothes tumbled down from above. He quickly tossed everything into the washing machine and slammed the door shut. Then it suddenly dawned on him. His own clothes hadn't been washed yet. So he stripped off everything he was wearing and threw it all in. But just as he was about to walk away, the bear suddenly realized something was wrong. That red sock was going to bleed. The bear frantically tried to yank the door open, but ended up breaking the handle completely. The water inside instantly turned bright red. On his very first day in prison, he'd turned everyone's clothes pink. The burly inmates glared daggers at the bear. The bear just pretended not to notice their death stares. He figured he'd better grab some food first. The bear scooped up a spoonful and put it in his mouth. Immediately, a wave of nausea hit him. The bear complained that the food was awful. One inmate gently warned him, trying not to offend the cook. But the bear wasn't scared one bit. With all the other prisoners watching, he walked right up to the cook. The bear said the food was disgusting. The cook flew into a rage. The other inmates were seriously worried about the bear, but the bear grabbed a piece of bread from nearby and smacked it on the cook's head. The bear said, "This bread's rock hard. Can we get some sauce or something?" But he accidentally splattered ketchup all over the cook. The bear tried to wipe it off with his paws, but just made the mess worse. The bear turned around, hoping his fellow inmates would help him out, but everyone had already ducked under the tables. The cook was absolutely furious. He immediately grabbed the bear, planning to turn him into a bear burger. The bear struggled desperately and accidentally shoved the bread into the cook's mouth. The cook suddenly froze. He realized this bear was actually an amazing chef. The cook was completely won over by the delicious sandwich, so he announced that the bear would become his right-hand man. Nobody could lay a finger on the bear, not even one finger. The next day, the bear started working alongside the cook. They planned to make jam sandwiches. The bear used his nose to pick out the best oranges. The cook squeezed out the juice by hand. Then they chopped up the orange peels and dumped them into a pot. Finally, they added a spoonful of sugar. Just like that, the jam was ready. Soon enough, it was mealtime. Everyone loved the new flavor of sandwiches. They even gave the two chefs a round of applause. The prison kitchen transformed into a dessert factory from that day on, and the prison went from cold and grim to warm and cheerful. But before long, the bear started missing his family terribly. So he made a bold decision. He planned to escape with the other inmates. That night, they jumped into a tunnel and slowly made their way forward through the pipes until they reached the laundry room. Next, they pushed a small cart from there and climbed up to the clock tower. He grabbed onto the gears of the pendulum, and thanks to his small size, he kept climbing up through the narrow gaps. He made it to the roof, successfully grabbed the key, and unlocked the cafeteria. Inside the cafeteria, they stole the tablecloths and snatched some gas canisters. Then, when the guards weren't looking, they climbed up the lighthouse. They spread out the tablecloths. The cook lit the gas. The hot air balloon slowly lifted off. The inmates floated away in the hot air balloon and escaped. Finally, the little bear made it home and reunited with his family. Do you like this cheerful and funny little bear?